Welcome. Welcome in. How are you doing? If you can have your camera on, cool. If not, I understand we're all multitasking here. Okay, I would love to hear in the chat what you're hoping to get out of today. Are you familiar with funnels? Not familiar with funnels at all? We have quite a few people registered, so we might have some latecomers or some people on the replay. All good. But if you could just let me know in the chat that you can hear me coming through okay and what you're hoping to get out of today. I start. If you know me a little bit, you know I'm a no BS, no fluff, get right into it, straight to the point. Cute little fun fact. I used to live in Uganda, and there it's very customary that you greet someone before you go into any sort of conversation. And I would always find myself just like, hey, so can I get, or like just going straight to the point, and they'd be like, yes, I'm fine. How are you? And yeah, and I always found like I'm just like go right to the point kind of person. So let's get into today's training. So this is 3 steps to nail your sales funnel in a weekend. I have called this many different things, high converting funnel, etc. And there will be a Q&A portion at the end. So feel free to either pop the stuff in the chat. I'll check it as you're going along if you have questions, or you can come on off mute after I'm done the training. If you haven't met me before, I'm Nisha Ryan, and I own a design and marketing agency called The Aligned Pretzel Inc. And I'll tell you a little bit more about myself in a little bit. So can I start with like a really personal share? Can we get vulnerable up in here? Do I have your permission for that? Way back in 2017, I had actually lost my job as a nurse, and I was this budding yoga teacher. I had this idea of this like aligned life I was going to have. I was going to like teach nurse or be a nurse part-time and teach yoga part-time. And so I was really focusing on that yoga piece, especially obviously when I lost my job. So my friend told me to take yoga online because I was living in this really teeny tiny town of 500 people, which it's actually what I'm doing now as well. But I was so terrified to take it online. I felt so many things, right? So I literally taught classes at a studio for free. I took to the online space to try to get like a couple clients, and I started posting in Facebook groups, and I'm like, oh, this is working. People are reaching out to me. They're booking my services. Yes. But I saw very quickly that I was trading like time for money, right? Like hours for dollars. And I was like, well, if I want to scale this, if I want to make more and not burn out, I need something else. So I was like, let's take this to like a membership or a course, right? And I created both of those in order to create more freedom in my life, because that was what I was all about, the freedom, traveling, etc. So I was like looking at softwares, and I was like, what do I even sign up? And this is way back in 2017, remember? We did not have the same options that we have today. So I signed up for a 30-day trial on Kajabi, and I was so terrified for signing up for that trial because I was like, their membership at that time, the fee was $129 a month. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna make this every month, much less in the next 30 days to cover the next payment. That's literally where my mind was. Okay. Spoiler alert. If you know me, you've already seen some of my things online. Obviously, it all worked out. I did it again and again and again and again and again. It's 2025. I have that same $129 subscription. I'm still Kajabi. And this is how I accidentally became a Kajabi expert. I'm a recent Kajabi award winner. People just kept asking me like, how do you do this? Can you set this up for me? How do I do this? And like really technical things. And that is how I became one. Basically, it was an accident. And all throughout my years as an expert, now almost 10 years, a sales funnel has always been the key to an easeful six-figure business. I've had 5 6-figure years using Kajabi, and whether it's been yoga or it's been my done-for-you services as a Kajabi expert, a funnel builder, a website designer, no matter what you do, whether you have a product-based or a service-based, whether you're a coach or another service provider, sales funnels are essential. The truth about funnels is that you don't need more content. You need a container for your conversion. That's what your funnel is. Funnels is not a tech stack of a funnel is not Kajabi, right? A funnel is the spine of a sold out business. Okay. They hold power so you don't have to, right? Because we cannot hold power all of the time. We're humans. We need a break. So what actually is a sales funnel? Because so many people, I think, get this wrong. And it's not their fault because there's a lot of crappy information out there. So it's not a landing page. It's not an email sequence. It's not a tripwire. A funnel is the intentional path that turns resonance to revenue. Oh, I like what she's doing, right? It meets your client where she is or he and walks them where they need to go. You've probably seen this model of a sales funnel before with different words, and these are really common ones: awareness, interest, desire, action. And kind of the old school thinking was like, oh, awareness, they're finding you, like on maybe on socials, and then the interest part is like maybe they sign up for something like a masterclass and they start to kind of like get in to see what you're doing until the bottom they actually pay you. But I actually think of this as a very different way. And this whole funnel, a lot of people think, oh, well, you're not getting like the real money until they've made it all the way through down here. And that's really not true. And I'm going to share with you today some direct strategies that I personally am using and my agency is using to make this make sense, right? So I want you to actually think of these levels as awareness. Like she sees your content, whether that is on social media or somewhere else, you're kind of in the ethers of her mind. Interest, she leans in, she watches a reel, she watches a video you've done. Maybe she hops into your masterclass. You're kind of starting to pull her in, right? Desire, she can see herself inside of your offer, and this is because of landing pages, which I'm going to get into. Action, she moves, right? She sends you a DM, she sends a payment, etc., right? Your funnel is the invisible nudge at every one of these moments. Without it, you are going to be hustling and stuck in the DMs and following up with people and feeling really crappy about your sales process because it's going to feel like it's going nowhere. So there are a few key elements of sales funnels, and this is like the technical side. We're going to get into the strategy after. So each strategy is going to look slightly different, but generally speaking, the popular ones, we have an opt-in, right, which is our lead generation. So say they hopped into a masterclass or a PDF. We have our sales pages, which are doing a bulk of the work, selling our upsells, etc. And then our emails. Too many people sleep on emails. People who get emails from like marketing emails in general, they buy like something insane, like 233% more than people who do not get marketing emails. And emails as a whole have over like a 600% return on investment. So like time that you invest into that is like a 600% return. It's insane. Too many people asleep on emails. Yeah. And I just want to debunk this. People often think funnels means you need to run paid ads. You do not need to do that. We do need to figure out how am I getting traffic to my opt-in, right? But you can do this without ads. I ran an ad to this class. I absolutely love that for me, but it's not necessarily like I need to run ads if I'm going to have a funnel. Does that make sense? I just want to say, if you have an offer and it's not selling or it's not selling the way that you want, it's not because you're not good enough. It's often that the audience is confused. Whether that's too many choices or whether your messaging or structure of how you're presenting the offer isn't clear enough. We're going to get into some examples here in a moment. So no matter how magnetic your offer is, no matter how magnetic you are, what kind of energy you're in, right? If the journey isn't clear, they're not going to go through it. Right? They're not going to go through your funnel if it's not super clear what their next step is, right? A funnel makes that next step really, really obvious. It makes it feel really safe. It makes it feel desirable. It makes them feel led. So these three things, opt-in pages, your landing pages, sales pages, and emails work together. And I want you to think they're like the symphony, like moving your offers and moving your business along behind the scenes. They have the power to make you money as you sleep without you lifting a finger. Absolutely. If you don't know the right format for these pages, the right copy, the right things to say, you can easily lose a sale within 3 seconds. This is the most mind-boggling thing about our industry today. It's absolutely appalling to me. We literally have 3 seconds for someone to decide, yes, I'm going to look into this further, or now I'm going to keep going. So that means whatever is above the fold before they have to scroll on whatever page email they're looking at is of vital importance. And this becomes even more important when you're running, okay? So today I'm going to share with you my private client templates that have been proven to convert at 60% and above. I've tested, tweaked, looked at, strategized, look at the stats, tweaked again. For these landing pages, like opt-in pages, sales pages, and emails, they're converting at this much, and sales are converting at around 40%. First, I want to show you that this is working for real people, and I'm not just like blowing smoke up your peach. Let me show you some real people. So this is my client, Aislinn. She's been a private client for years, and we often do launches in Kajabi. We do both live and evergreen. These screenshots that you see right now are from a live program where working on turning into an evergreen funnel. Like a lot of people that I work with, Aislinn has a ton of programs and has been a little bit like, oh, I don't know about the funnel side, and now is really open and diving into it, which is speak my love language. And so we're taking those programs and turning them into funnels that can, move with her so she doesn't need to be launching all of the time. So this is just a little peek. This ended up being more like 60 sales to this low ticket offer. So it doesn't have to be a free opt-in for the funnel. Her funnel starts with a low ticket offer. And this is just what her, like revenue looked like in the last 30 days. She's done over 800,000 on Kajabi alone. She moved to Kajabi a few years ago and she celebrates 20K months frequently. She has from her funnel people who pay her 16,000 painful for her one-on-one coaching and have done so like 3-4 times over because the funnel is nurturing them. And so the real reasons funnels work, they don't convince, they clarify, right? They're not pushy, they're potent. They don't rely on you being online 24/7 to sell, right? They turn your brand into a body of work that moves people while you rest, right? So you're still out there doing your thing and the funnel's supporting you. That's what I think is so gorgeous about this. This is my client, Katie. She's an industry leader. And when she first came to me, she was getting people who would totally lowball her every offer. They'd be like, is there a coupon for that? And she was mostly doing readings. So she was literally trading time for dollars, like this amount of money for 1 hour, and really getting burnt out. And so we started working together privately and made some new funnels. We're actually making another one right now, as well as tweaks to her emails. She's currently hovering at, actually, I should have updated this. She's over at 15K for the month already and way more free time in her calendar. I forgot to update this too. This ended up being like a 3K offer. She also did a low cost entry level ticket, upselling into a larger program. Oh yeah, there they are. Yeah, this is now 15 something. So this $2,700 revenue was for a 90-minute class essentially. So yeah, fun. So you're absolutely in the right place if you want to turn sales trickles into waves. If you're kind of new to funnels or nothing is work in your business feels like it's working, you feel like you're spinning your wheels and you just get like tiny gains, or you kind of had shiny object syndrome with your offers, like, oh, this one and this one and this one, finding like 100 ways to actually solve the same problem that your clients have. I find a lot of my clients, they do have like a huge offer suite. When I look at Aislinn, she has like 30 products that we could sell at any given time. And it's just about optimizing those. So, because you cannot promote 30 products at once. Okay. If you stay to the end, I'm actually going to give you the free lead magnet bundle. This is available for Showit and Kajabi. Showit is a website platform if you're not familiar. This is going to have your opt-in page, template totally done for you. You just have to plug in your details, as well as a totally optimized thank you page, which goes right into your upsell. So this is everything you really need to like start getting leads into your business and probably making quite a few sales. So why is it important to learn how to set up a sales funnel properly? More money doesn't come from more effort. I want you to hear me when I say this. More money comes from optimization. So you don't need to work harder. You need a system that sells. So if you're tired of selling in circles, the funnel is the part that you've been missing, right? And so together we really calibrate a message that magnetizes, a journey that converts, and a system that sells so you can breathe. You cannot be on X client call, 3 client calls a day, giving your most at marketing, making sure you're posting every day, being the best mom, dad, parent, spouse, right? My whole philosophy is like, you came here to enjoy life, not work through it, right? Like I want to be able to take off whenever I want. I want my business to support me because I want to take my kid strawberry picking on a random Wednesday. And the really important thing that I really want people to take from this is like, you can't outpost a funnel, right? You can't outpost on social media what a funnel will do for you in the background. This day and age, you're super lucky if like 20% of your followers are actually seeing your social media posts, and this stat is taken right from Instagram. So literally nurturing it, sales through a funnel is the only thing that makes sense in order to drive your business forward. For me, I deeply care about optimizing your revenue and your revenue generating activity so that you can maximize your profits and stack income. Like that, I deeply care about that. And I also care about freeing up your time and being able to live the kind of life that you want, right? I don't want to be tied to my desk, and I'm sure that you don't either. Something I really want you to realize is if you're a coach, you're getting paid for your brain. Same also with me. Like I'm a service provider and I'm still getting paid for my brain. People still need my strategy. And when I'm in this nitty-gritty sales process or sending emails or doing manual follow-ups, I'm not at my sharpest. And so I need to be at my sharpest in order to give my clients the best so they can have the best experience and the best results. And if you're stuck in the weeds, if you're doing like a lot of that mundane day-to-day admin stuff, when you're creative, when you want to be on calls and like having deep conversations and creating new things, you're going to be creating low quality. But when you learn to let your funnels work for you, the process becomes so much easier. Your sales time process is going to cut in half. So your funnel does the heavy lifting for you. And what I see with a lot of people is they have really high income months or they have a lot of yo-yo income months, meaning you're having 3K, 5K, 10K, 12K, back down to 5. You're never going to be like, I have some clients like, oh, I have this, paid in full, this one-on-one person paid in full. I don't have any other recurring payments for this month. What can I do? I want to create some cash flow. You're never going to feel like you're stuck for cash. And this builds confidence because every time you look at your phone, you see opt-ins have come through, sales have come through. Okay, great. It creates this confidence in you because your business is moving even when you aren't. And when it comes to funnels, I understand if you're here, you're probably not that techie. It feels foreign. You probably feel like, I don't know about this. Like I should just showcase my client. It took her years to accept, okay, yes, I want to do funnels. But what I'm about to show you today changed the way I run my business, and it's going to change yours too if you decide to take action. So here's the structure of the training. I'm going to teach you the 3 crucial pieces of a sales funnel and where you're going wrong and what to change to make more sales in your business. I'm also going to do a live demo of my templates and show you how easy it is to use them. The demo will be on Kajabi, but the templates are available in Showit as well. And only then, if you love this training, I'll share with you my brand new offer that will make implementing this into your business 10 times easier and more enjoyable. Deal? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. And if you're watching live, there is a huge bonus that is especially for people who are joining live today. So make sure you stay tuned for that as well. And for those of you who just joined, you'll also be getting my leads bundle templates if you stay to the end. So some of the things that I really hear when people start contemplating about funnels, they're like, yeah, I already know I need a funnel. Knowing it, looking at the funnel feature in Kajabi and being like, should I create one? Knowing you need one, understanding a funnel enough to implement it and get actual results is a completely different ballgame. What is working in funnels and in marketing right now is changing so rapidly than I've ever seen before. Like I said, I've been doing this for like 10 years. And literally what's working in January is not working today. Like that's how fast we're moving right now. I constantly have my pulse on like what's happening in marketing, what is trending, what's working, what's not working. Looking at stats is one of the things that I geek out over. Never thought I would say that. So really understanding what it's going to take is completely different is what I'm saying. Anyone can build a funnel. Not everyone can build that actually converts. I've often heard funnels don't work for me. And I have said this, me, the funnel queen, I have said this about myself, okay, years ago. And I had to realize like, no one's going to come save you and be like, oh, I'll do it for you. I'll fix it for you. Or like, you have to decide you're going to make this work. If you're going to invest time into this, like be the person that flips this to like, I'm going to make this work for me. And that was me even just last year. Like I was like, oh, passive products don't work for me. Oh, funnels don't work for me, even though I build them. And it was just like a mindset thing and me really getting over a new identity of like, yes, I am the person that sells digital products easily. Yes, of course my funnel is working. Of course my funnel is converting at 60%. So you do not need to have years and years experience to have a highly converting sales funnel, just FYI. And you don't need to have a website necessarily either. You do need to know the insider secrets that I'm about to share with you. So you never have to chase a new lead, another sale, do manual follow-ups, or worry about like, again, where's my next sale coming from? Here's my guarantee to you on this training. This isn't like anything else out there where you're gonna like hear from fluffy tips and whatnot. Like I said at the beginning, I am like straight, direct to the point. And so this is what I promise you about what is coming up here. If you haven't met me before, I am Nisha Ryan. I own a design and marketing agency called The Aligned Pretzel Inc. You can find us at thealignedpretzel.co. I'm a multi-six-figure sales and business strategist, 10 years in marketing and sales strategy, Kajabi Award winner, very recent. My best credential, I'm a mama to a 20-month-old. I am a single mom, so I know how to get stuff done. I'll tell you that. These are just some of the softwares that we're really proficient in as an agency. And our clients have been featured in like the Amazon bestseller list, the New York Times bestseller list, the Manifestation Babe podcast, all sorts of really amazing places. So a funnel is not just a few emails or a magic fix for your offers or a lead magnet. It can make you money in your sleep and bring in new leads without you posting on social media. And it can sell your offers with so much confidence that you don't care if someone ghosted you on your Instagram or how many likes your last reel got. So let's really kick this off into the nitty-gritty technical part, so let's start with the top of the funnel. So the top of the funnel is technically where people find you, their interest. So for most people, that's going to be social media, but obviously we're going to skip that because this is not social media training. The top of your funnel is essentially going to be your lead magnet if you're doing something free or a low paid offer, right? A big mistake I see people make all the time, and these are two pages that we've created, is that they don't have this opt-in above the fold. Meaning if I have to scroll to opt in, chances are I'm not going to opt in, especially if you're running ads to these pages. The structure is so important, and that's why I've developed pages, which I'm going to give to you, that convert at 60%, because just not having the right structure is enough to someone say, again, we have 3 seconds, right? I have 3 seconds to say, does this visually vibe with me? And am I going to opt into this? What am I getting out of this? And you'll see that on both of these, we have a very clear name of like, what are they actually getting, right? What does it include? And an action for them to do. Remember, we're leading people all the way along. Lead magnets are very important because they are the attraction piece, right? In some ways, they're more important than the sales page because that's likely where they're going to go first, right? And like I said a few minutes ago, marketing is always changing. So we're always optimizing, watching trends. So here's what not to do in your lead magnets, right? And this is a really important piece, which is why I'm giving you some free templates if you stay for the whole training. So make sure your opt-in is above the fold, not below. So meaning they should be able to opt in without scrolling. Don't state the time if you're doing something like a masterclass or a challenge, something like that. I will state the date, but I never actually state the time that it's happening because people will get on the page and they'll just be like, oh no, I'm working, I won't even bother to opt in. You can put the date, but don't put the time. Again, you don't want people to kind of like self-cancel themselves before they've had a chance to actually experience you. Gone are the days where you can just be like free masterclass or free trial, right? Like we need to explain like what are people getting out of this, right? We really need to be specific of like in this class you will, right? Because people are like, what am I getting out of this? And like, how is this worth my time? Make sure you stray away from like big files or pictures on these pages. It will cause there to be a longer load time, which is less likely for someone to stay and actually opt in. Remember, we have 3 seconds. That is all we have. Here's one of my pages, both my pages, but these are on my personal pages. We really need strategic layout and copy to pull the client in right away. Again, we have 3 seconds. That is it. That stat is so mind-blowing to me because like literally just a few years ago, it was 60 seconds. The way human behavior is changing is so crazy. So yeah, we really need to have the strategic layout. So you'll see that I'm very strategic in how I have this laid out, from the header to the information they have in the middle, from where the call to actions are. These landing pages have opt-in rates at 60% rate or higher. And today, looks as much as function and copy does matter, right? So we have that like visually, emotionally, we're connecting with the person, but we're also matching that logical part with like, here's what you're going to get. And that is what's going to make someone act, whether it's a opt-in page or a sales page. Let's play this for you just a quick second. So the secret to funnels is fully optimized email funnels and landing pages. A couple emails is not a funnel. You'll see in this kind of demo of one of our pages, they see the value before they even get in touch or press buy, right? And you'll see there's some mock-ups coming up, some real client experience results as well. If you can match the copy on your page with something visual like mock-ups, like here's what I'm talking about, you are going to accurately convey the value to the client without feeling like, oh, you get this and you get this, and then like having them to read through a bunch of copy. See here more mock-ups, right? It visually very easily helps them understand the value that you're giving. So for the second element, your sales page. These are some of the sales pages we've done, obviously. Same thing applies. Strategic layout and copy is really important all the way from the call to actions. And the same thing applies where we need above the fold an opportunity for them to buy. Think about how I know how I go through sales page. I'll look at the very top, right? If they've got me within 3 seconds, I'm scrolling all the way to the bottom. I'm looking for the price. That's all I'm looking for. And then if I am cool with that, then I'm going to go back and read the copy and make sure it's for me. So think about how you peruse sales pages because that really helps us determine consumer behavior. And then how do I lay out the page? Okay. This is actually a retreat slash course page that we did earlier this year. So again, we've got really strategic copy and layouts. We've got a banner that's going to pull someone in. Our call to action is right there. And we use a lot of videos on our sales pages. It's been shown that on sales pages, if you have a video, of course, it needs to be short. It increases conversions by 60%. Pretty awesome. And again, we have 3 seconds to pull someone in. So that emotional part where it's like, oh, she's captured because it's beautiful and pulling her in, and, she sees herself there, but also the logical between the copy and just the actual layout. Do not have just a checkout page. Don't do that. We used to see that all the time, especially in my early days, 2017. Oh, just have a checkout page. You'll lose a lot of conversions this way. Make sure your call to actions are strategically placed. So for example, I always make sure I have a last call to action at the end of every page because it's not consumer behavior to scroll back up to look for the price if they're the person who scrolled all the way down to the page, right? And don't miss handling objections right on that page. Any objection that someone might have to your offer, you want to handle that right on the sales page with, say, FAQs or a video. Meet my client Cass. She had a signature training for corporate women that she was running on the weekends for like 4 hours. And she had done this several times, ran it 3, 4 times. And she was about to go on mat leave. And she was like, oh shit, what am I going to do? Because that was her sole thing, right? And so we restructured it because 4 hours, like she was running corporate woman burnout training and then it was a lot of training and they're like, this is too much. They were getting more overwhelmed. So we restructured the training. We ran it live one more time with this new structure and then turned it into an evergreen funnel, which is still running. And she had a 6-figure yield while she was on mat leave. She was not online at all. And she continues to have 15K months on Kajabi. The third piece that we're going to talk about is your emails. People really underestimate the power of emails. When I gave a client email templates to implement, so my email templates, you can see here her sales increased by 233% in 1 month from a one offer. And so it ended up being almost a 20K month for her that month. One of the things that you can really do to help elevate your funnel and drive more sales in your business is on your sales pages, in your emails, etc., have money back or return on investment guarantees. So if you're doing something like maybe you're doing a viral reels course and it's like, okay, so if you don't get these many views and make this many sales in the first 30 days, email us, we'll send a refund, right? Or we will work with you until you get these results. Don't put yourself in any situation where you're going to be burned by someone, obviously, but think of ways that you can put a return on investment guarantee, a money back guarantee that because you feel so strongly about your product, you've invested time into that or your service. This makes people feel so much safer buying because it's like, oh, there's a money back guarantee. Okay, fine. Throughout all of your pages, even the opt-in pages, offer references without being asked, which basically means testimonials, right? So for us, you'll see lots of like sliders in our pages for client testimonials. You'll see more like case study types, and you'll see just, like literal client quotes. And then we also use this in the emails. Storytelling marketing is really hot right now because people really see themselves. If you tell a short story of like, this client came to me and she was like this, and now she's doing this, right? Whatever. This does really well, right? In the email. So you can see like 70% open rate. What? Yeah. So now you're clear on the most important parts of a funnel. I would love to give you like literally download from my brain to yours everything I know about funnels. I definitely cannot do that in one presentation, but these are the most important parts for you to set up, right? These are like the key pieces, right? So let's talk about some strategies that are working right now. Again, this is always changing. So the ever more popular free masterclass to upsell. Just like this, you are hosting a free masterclass and you are immediately upselling right on the thank you page. A lot of mistakes that worked in the past that people are still doing is not upselling right on the thank you page. That's why I'm giving you an optimized thank you page that goes right into the sales page essentially, and not asking for the sale in that direct email. It used to be like, oh, do 5 emails of value before you ever ask for a sale. People attention spans just aren't that large anymore. So you want to be asking for that right away in that case. I've given you 2 examples of paid low ticket to upsell. So this could be like a paid challenge. This could be like a paid masterclass, which drive you revenue right now, but you still upsell to the next thing. So for example, when I showed you the client Katie, she's doing a 90-minute class, which is going to upsell to like a group program. So like there was a $77 offer to a $497 offer with a VIP option of like 1,000. So I made some great sales for her. We can also do like a PDF. Cassandra, one of the things we did was the PDF was a free download, and then it upsold into a mini course was related to the PDF. It was basically like you make a mini course and the PDF would be like part of the resource. A VSL, which is not as common, but if you're looking to bring on more private clients, one-on-one coaching, if you're a service provider, a web designer, etc., this is a great option. And this basically stands for video sales letter, which would be essentially you have pretty much a sales page with a short video at the top, kind of inviting the clients to either opt in or apply. You'd have a bunch of testimonials sprinkled, how we would work together, the kind of results people got, that kind of thing. And it's usually to book a call. That's usually the call to action from that. And then you get someone on a sales call and you close that. So from here, you have two options. Are you ready? You can action everything you've learned today, implement and test on your own, or you can steal my proven templates and be in community with me in my launch bundle where I'm always adding training and marketing templates. Before I tell you about this offer, I want to share with you these insane bonuses that you get if you decide to jump into this today. The first bonus is close 97% of your discovery calls talking about a VSL letter. And in this training, I am showing you exactly how I close literally 97% of my discovery calls simply by a little bit of a script and mostly structure. And this is valued at $997. How to use AI as your content bestie. Literally, all the people out there who are like, AI doesn't sound like me. Oh my God, you can so tell this is an AI post. Oh my God, it's so bland. It doesn't like, oh my God, it's so clear it's AI. Would you guess that my copy on my socials is AI? No. And that is because most people don't know how to use AI properly. And so I have a training, this is actually going to be updated this week, is how to use AI to generate sales page and email copy. Because a lot of people are like, well, I don't have time to like rewrite all the copy on my sales page or like rewrite all my emails. Listen, I have a hack for that besides that, but this is going to make it feel like so you and from your heart. And this training alone is valued at almost 2K. I have a private tech trainings and how-to videos of how to implement these templates and launch ASAP. Literally, there's no reason why you can't make a sales funnel in a weekend or even a shorter amount of time. And the secret marketing strategy that we're using in our agency, I'm updating this all of the time because like I said, like stuff keeps freaking changing so quick right now. This world that we're living in is wild. And so I am updating the secret strategy quarterly. And this is the strategy that my private clients are using, what we're literally seeing working at the highest conversion rates, and how to structure your funnels with that. Basically, like how am I getting traffic and how am I getting output and conversions out of my funnel? Again, this is valued at $997. So all of the bonus value together is almost $4,000 because you're on this call. If you sign up within the next 30 minutes, you're going to get access to a 60-minute one-on-one strategy call with me. This is an intensive, and you can use this for mapping out your business idea, mapping out your strategy, or we can even look at the audit if you have one and you're like, why isn't this working? Why isn't this selling? Let's start the clock. 30 minutes starts now. So as you've probably guessed, I'm opening the doors to my signature funnel assistant, the launch bundle. Isn't she beautiful? This is a program like any other. You're going to enter into, I don't know about sales funnels, I'm a rookie, and immediately have access to all of the trainings, all of the resources, and all the templates you need to master a sales funnel with literally in days. You could put this up in a weekend or less time, not weeks, not months. After working with hundreds of entrepreneurs over the last 10 years, behind the scenes, helping them sell their programs, there's a few things that stops people from selling out their offers, and that's their confidence in their offers, that they can do it, that their funnel is going to work for them, the sales systems, and time, right? The launch bundle is the only resource that you need to invest in when it comes to your funnel, because I have built it to plug in these sales gaps. And the biggest one, which I resonate with, time. We're time poor, right? I know it's really tempting to think that you can just like, okay, I'll just work this out solo. I'll figure it out. I'll test scripts. I'll test emails. I'll look at the data. I'll go back and tweak. You can do that. I know that's what some people need to do prior to your sister. I can tell you it's going to take you about 3 to 4 launches in order for you to optimize this, because hello, been there, done that. I made these by optimizing and testing with my clients and myself. If you do like say 4 big launches per year, You're talking about 12 months before you're really like selling out your offers and getting this really working. But in this program, I'm literally giving you the templates I use with clients that I've spent thousands optimizing in so many hours. Every template is completely tested and proven to perform at the highest conversion rate. Like I said, our opt-ins are performing at 60%. The sales pages are performing at 40%. Emails, like I showed, these are the exact emails on the screen I gave you just a while ago where I said I gave her these emails and her sales went up by 233% in 1 month. This is what I gave her. So this offer is for if you're done spinning your wheels and working all the hours and seeing very little return. You want proven strategies. Like literally, I'm giving you my live strategy that I'm using with private clients right now. It's kind of mind blowing. Templates and scripts to see your conversion rate go absolutely through the roof. You don't want to implement this totally on your own. You are time poor and you want to fast track your results. I'm about the fast track. Anybody else? Like, yes. You want a high converting funnel so you can sell high and low ticket packages effortlessly. I know you don't want to chase people. I know you don't want to feel icky. You don't want to send manual follow-ups. You don't want to be like stuck on Instagram all day. I feel you. That's me too. So the total value today of everything together, 5,000. These exact templates have literally collectively made my clients millions, and I've spent thousands optimizing them. You get everything in the launch bundle, like literally every resource I have. So you can just plug and play and hit the ground running with these. So what's the investment? Because clearly there's a lot of value hanging out here. The regular investment for this bundle is $997 with lifetime access to all the updates. But because you're on this call and because you're amazing, because I love you, you can get them for over 60% off, $222 as a one-time payment. Again, lifetime access to all of the updates, or start for just $60 a month. There is a payment plan, and I'm going to go over everything that is included briefly here. I want this to be the easiest yes you've ever made in your business, so I'm going to make it entirely risk-free. You can grab your phone if you have it, scan this QR code to grab yours for $222. Remember, in the next 30 minutes, if you sign up for this, you get a free one-on-one call with me. So I have a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. So if you join this and you implement it all and you don't see an increase in sales or conversions, literally email me and I'll give you your money back. Period. That is how much I stand by this product. Okay. And that's not all, of course. So remember, if you say yes right now, pick up your phone, do a little scanny, you can have a free one-on-one strategy call with me. And then again, that's either on the payment plan or painful. Either one, you get that. And I know what you're thinking. How do I know that this bundle, these templates are going to work for my business? I know this will work for any online business across any niche, period. If you sell a high ticket service, this walks you through how to do this. If you're selling passive products, I walk you through how to do this with the strategy. This isn't theory. This is proven templates that have yielded conversion rates of 60% or more. Like this could be the thing for you, right? Like, okay, yes, finally, I see the income stacking. Like I literally see my clients, they get so happy when like they've been stuck at 5K months and now they're hitting 15, 20 and they have so much freedom, right? So I know you're probably telling yourself like, oh, I just need like another book, another podcast, more followers. You don't need that. You need a roadmap. Like you need literal tools in order to implement this. There's only one difference between the women that are absolutely crushing it and you, and it's not that they're better. They've learned how to dial in their sales and marketing. That's it. That's literally it. Again, this is about doing less but better. Optimization. I think that's my favorite word. More strategic, more intentional. That is how we get more sales with less effort. So scan here for your bonus call. This is what is included. On the payment plan and painful, it includes the same thing. So there is one opt-in page template with a thank you page that is completely optimized for sales. Right? There is a sales page with a thank you page that is, again, completely optimized and customized. There's an unsubscribe page. So quick little like a helpful tip is if you're sending a bunch of emails about a specific launch, you want to have a little thing in your like email footer, like, hey, if you don't want to hear about this but stay on our list, click here, and take them to like a page like, oh, you've been unsubscribed. That way they stay on your list for future launches and you're not, hemorrhaging email subscribers just because you're sending a bunch of sales emails and they're not interested in that thing. There's 12 launch emails, so 6 kind of warming people up before you launch your event, and then 6 sales emails that, again, are highly optimized. These work. I literally gave them to a client and she wrote all her sales and emails in 60 minutes. There's also an upsell email sequence. This is how we increase cart order value. So if someone buys your offer from your masterclass, say, then they take the upsell for people who do not take you up on your offer, there's a downsell email sequence. So maybe the strategy is something like they sign up for a free masterclass, you offer them your group program or training, and they don't buy that. So maybe you have like a mini course or a PDF to sell them instead so that they're still getting in your sales cycle and getting used to you. And all of the bonuses that I mentioned, and then on the call bonus, it says 45 minutes. It's actually a 60-minute one-on-one call with me. Can you pay monthly? Yes, it's $60 for 4 payments a month. Sign up here. What if you want me to do it for you? That is totally possible. You can scan here in order to book a consult with me, and we can talk about me doing it completely done for you. And yep, so you can schedule that here. And if you want everything that we've mentioned here today completely free, you can just scan this QR code right here, sign up for Kajabi, and I will give you absolutely everything I've mentioned here today completely free, as well as a one-on-one call with me. And my final reminder to you right now is like, you don't need to force momentum. You need a funnel that moves with you. So let's move into the live demo. So I'm in my Kajabi. I'm actually going to show you how simple this is. So this is my Kajabi, and you'll get access to the leads bundle, which is inside of the overall lunch bundle. So you'll get access to all of this, which is above the paywall. And just to show you how easy it is, like the lead magnet pages, you can just download here. You'll just click here and they download. I've already done that, obviously. So just go to website if we're using Kajabi, and landing pages, where these are available with Show It as well. And we're just going to click this little ellipsis and upload template to show you how super duper simple this is with Kajabi. We're going to upload that zipped file, and it automatically populates the template for you. So this is the opt-in page that you'll get, and it's literally a plug and play. And so you would just upload, your picture. Here you'd put the masterclass name. A really just obvious name of what they're getting is working really well instead of an airy-fairy name, and just kind of list what they're getting, and then input your form here. So again, every piece, it's literally just a plug and play. So it's super simple to set up these pages. Literally, that's why you should be able to have a funnel up and running in a weekend or a shorter amount of time. And it's already published. I'm going to unpublish it because that is what I have for you guys today. Feel free to DM me on Instagram at @thealignedpretzel, or email me hello@thealignedpretzel.com. Any questions you have, I love hearing from you and what you're working on and what really your business aspirations are. And feel free to just scan that QR code to get in touch with me. I will definitely leave all of the details below this video so you can still get in touch. And thank you so much for joining me for this funnel masterclass and demo. This was so much fun.